Sylvester Stallone's teenage daughter Sistine certainly looked every inch the catwalk beauty as she arrived on the red carpet at the 73rd Venice Film Festival. Attending the premiere of Hacksaw Ridge at the city's Lido on Sunday, the 18-year-old cut a striking figure in a daring ball gown as she showed a saucy amount of flesh. Opting for a pewter blue floor-length gown, the rising fashion star, the middle of Sylvester's three daughters with wife Jennifer Flavin, certainly ensured all eyes were on her. Sly, center, with, from left, Sistine, Scarlett, 14, wife Jennifer, 48, and Sophia, 20, at the Golden Globes in January where he won for Best Actor in Creed. Earlier on in the day Sistine made a solo trip to the Lido. She flashed the famous two-finger peace sign as she strolled, or it could have stood for V for Venice as she timed her arrival for the first weekend of the film festival. And the model made sure all eyes were on her, wearing a very little black dress that skimmed the top of her thighs and barely covered her derriere as she turned the Lido into her own personal catwalk. The shift-style dress was embellished with pleats that ran vertically from the neckline to the hem. Sistine teamed it with black sneakers and a gray leather shoulder bag. She left her long, honey blonde hair free to cascade down her back and wore very little makeup aside from some eyeliner and pink lipstick. Sistine is signed to IMG Models and she could have been in Venice for a work assignment. The beautiful middle daughter of Sylvester, now 70, and his wife Jennifer Flavin, 48, a former model herself, has posed for Teen Vogue, Harper's Bazaar Kazakhstan and Express. And she has just covered her first magazine, the September issue of Town & Country, shot by photographer Terry Richardson. She told the magazine about her plans for the future, saying, "I feel that a smart move would be for me to go to college in New York and continue modeling there. My parents would love to keep me near. They're protective, and they want their little girl home." Sly and Jennifer also share daughters Sophia, 20, and Scarlett, 14. The 18-year-old, who appeared to be in the Italian resort on a solo trip, flashed the famous sign as she puckered up. It isn't hard to see why Sistine's modeling career is taking off. The model timed her arrival for the first weekend of the Venice Film Festival, when the city is flooded with film stars, or she may have been there on an assignment. The honey blonde made sure all eyes were on her, wearing a very little black dress that skimmed the top of her thighs and barely covered her derriere. Sistine, who is signed with IMG Models, turned the Lido into her own personal catwalk. The rising star teamed her tiny dress with black trainers,